Hey guys, hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today we got a neat little knife to look at. Thanks to my buddy Richard Hopkins who sent me this as a gift. This is a shed knives, the smallest shed knife to date. It is the SkurLite. The SkurLite is a little piece of 154 cm that's an 1/8 inch thick. We'll measure that just to make sure. But it's a little chunk of a knife. We're going to have a passer through here. I apologize. It's a little chunk of a knife, but it's the smallest knife to date that Shed has built, kind of to capitalize on that small EDC fixed blade craze that seems to be going around pretty much everywhere now. You see them everywhere. But this little guy, it gets its origination from the Shed Knives Skur. I picked up an original Skur back in 2023, so this one doesn't have quite as tall of a flat grind, but you can tell that the handle shape, the basic dimensions of the knife, even though it's just shrunk down from this 1/8 inch jimping to the same thick blade stock, you just have a skeletonized handle on this much lighter version than these huge G10 handles on this big chunky version. And it's, again, I say big chunky, this is still what I would consider a small EDC fixed blade, just overbuilt in its thickness. So the SkurLite gives you that same overbuilt thickness, but just in a much smaller package with a taller hollow grind. So this knife is going to be a little more slicey. It's going to be definitely tough, definitely a knife that you can use and push kind of to the limits if you're having to do things that wouldn't be ideal to do with the knife. But then if you have to skin something or cut through some thicker material or work the knife to get a fire started or something like that, I think something like the SkurLite is going to be fine for that. You've got maximum weight relief. I mean, this knife, I think when we weigh it, we're going to find out that it's pretty light for what it is because it's so skeletonized out. And then you got this really large lanyard hole that kind of mimics the lanyard hole on the original Skur. So you could put a hook through there, an S-hook, something that if you wanted to mount it to your pack and not carry it, like I've got it, a belt carry on the outside of my belt. But it's just a great little knife. Let's see. Got a little piece of cardboard here. I mean, it definitely cuts, but it's definitely a thicker grind. And we'll get some dimensions on that here shortly. It's definitely got a sharp edge. It's got a little sharpening choil here. Got some really nice jimping. And then some horizontal milling lines here that run down the line of the tang and kind of encompass it both inside and outside, which tells me that these are probably either wire cut or water jet. Really nice workmanship. I think it's when you have something like Jack Billings, who makes these up in Delaware, if I'm not mistaken, the stuff that they do, everything in-house, and then, you know, make the knives final there. They put their touches on them, they grind them, they do all the stuff that makes them a shed knife. It makes this a little SkurLite. So let's do a couple of quick size comparisons, and you're going to see that this guy's tiny. So that's a Sharpie. It's almost twice, half the size of a bug out. Much smaller than the Bradford Guardian 3. So I'm saying this is going to be a little guy. If we get our tape measure, it's going to come in at 4 3/4. So it's about the same size as this knife that I happen to be carrying in my back pocket, which is my Lucky Dog Knife Company Bulldog. Same 4 3/4 inches. Now, blade stock's totally different, but that's the beauty of shed knives. They're overbuilt for a purpose. And I think we're going to see that you're at 0.2235 inches of blade stock. So almost a 1/4 inch. Behind the edge, we're going to be looking at, 0.0360 roughly. And that flat grind is going to come up now over 1/2 of an inch. So it comes up much higher than it did on my Skur V1. I think we're going to find out that this little 4-inch guide, let's see how big that blade is. I think it's going to come in under 2 ounces. So our blade, I'm going to measure it from the middle, is 2 inches. Our handle is 2 3/4. 2 3/4 from right here to right here. Our cutting edge is 2 inches. And let's see what it weighs in. .65 ounces. And a lot of that's that weight relief, that skeletonized. Let's see what it packs out at. 3.25. I've got a little S clip on it, and that's a Kydex sheath. But yeah, for a little beefy 154 cm, nice USA made little blade, I think this is a sweet little knife. I could wear it. It came with a like a chain, so it could be rigged up as a neck knife. It did not come with any mounting hardware like any ulti clip or any deep concealment carry clip. This isn't an ideal clip for me because I don't like to carry knives necessarily on my belt. Like I've got this one set up to carry it on the outside. But I was just running short on clips, and I wanted to carry this thing for a while just to see what it was like. And it's very light, and I don't mind carrying it on my belt. It's just I'm sure with the right clip, probably a clip over here, an ulti clip or something, it would carry great in my back pocket, which is where I carry most of my EDC fixed blades. But this is the 2025 SkurLite from Shed Knives. Let's give you some looks. And really nice jimping, nice stonewash, nice deep hollow grind here. So you got a very thick stock that comes down to that 0.36 roughly, comes down to a nice edge. I just think it's a winner of a little knife. And I want to thank Brother Richard for making it possible for me to check it out and have it in my collection. But guys, I appreciate you watching. I hope you found it informative, educational, or somehow helpful. I want to say thank you to my channel members. I want to say thank you to anyone who comes in to watch the knife, the EDC content. I appreciate you. If you're so inclined, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification icon. It really helps me out. Hit the like button. That's a big bonus. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.